Reality Wrestling 144. As always, you'll find the link below in the description so you can look at it for yourself. We got 2 title matches. We got some people we've seen. And we got some backstage segments that were questionable. Let's go to the Cool first, between Cole and Burton. I believe that's his name, Bertra or Burton. What's going on with them is just not very good. I mean, the little segment talking about New Year's Day and New Year's Eve and the dog. Dude, these guys just do not work well in a camera environment. They don't. They're trying hard to make themselves interesting, and it's not working. Because 1, they don't have anyone to go up against. 2, their personalities are just not right. They just don't look like they have very good personalities. They just don't. We look at Abel Andrew Jackson. We look at Ryan Davidson. We look at J.J. Blake, who J.J. Blake had a great interview and backstage segment. He understands. You need to look at the camera and relay your emotion. And sometimes you have to raise your voice. And sometimes you have to do something to make yourself interesting. I enjoyed that. Rex Andrews also had a segment. He was outside the gym. And let's be honest here. We didn't see the match they were talking about in that interview. I wish they had shown it. I think it would be important to show his match to defend his title on Raw instead of just mentioning it as a passing. They didn't show it, and I believe that was a mistake. I believe they should have shown it instead of showing the previous show last week or anything from last week. And well, they didn't really show much of last week, but you get my point. The tempo segment also, I was questioning last week when he won the title, could he talk well? Well, he just gave me my answer. He's not a very good talker. Now, it doesn't mean that he could not improve. From what I can tell, he really doesn't have a lot of time. I mean, they're very constrained on how much time they have and budgeting in their time. So, I'm not surprised that he hasn't really had that much time to really practice his craft. But at least he did understand to look at the camera, to relay his emotions. Even though he didn't show eye contact to the camera as he was relaying his emotions, he does seem to get it better than others. Let's see, the first match of the night. J.J. Blake against Joseph, what was it, Ugar? I can't pronounce the guy's name, not because I couldn't read it. I'm not a very good pronouncer of names. Ogel, I think Ogel. I pronounce things bad. But did I enjoy the match? Yes, I did. Joseph Ogel looked very promising as a new talent. The question will be, is he going to join the roster or not? There's just not that many people on the roster. I just looked at the roster right now to look for a couple of extra images. Dude, you got 21 people on the Raw roster that is on their website. Mind you, it's better than TNA's website. I still don't understand why TNA is just showing videos from YouTube. You stupid idiots. As Chris Jericho, the new U.S. champion, said, "You stupid idiots." You know what happened when people go on the idiots? You get on the list. And they should be on the list for the most stupidest websites you could ever see. Anyway, it was a good match. Here's a match that truly pissed me off. The Diamonds match of Kylie Rae versus Jada. Wasn't the fact that Kylie Rae won the title. Not saying that I wouldn't want Jada to continue holding the title. I actually thought it would have been better to let her keep it, because we don't see that much of the Diamonds as it is. And then getting a title change without having anything in the backstage except for 1 or 2 interviews was a bad move. They could have done some backstage segments, segments with Jada instead of Miranda and Kylie Rae. They should have done more with Jada. But here's the problem. How many minutes do you think that match lasted? It wasn't 10 minutes. It wasn't 20 minutes. 4. 4 freaking minutes the Diamonds had to work with. 4. You could have taken out the JJ Blake segment. I know a lot of people to say that's not wise, particularly me, because I want to see JJ Blake. You could have taken out Tempo's segment, even though we needed it. You easily could have taken out the Cruel segment. They needed not to be there. Why in the blue fuck would there be a 4 freaking minute match for the women's title? Why? Booker T does not care about his women. They need to get more women. They need to get more women, and they need to get more time. I know the show is 1 hour, but look at NXT. They don't have a lot of time, but they do budget their time better than most. This is why I believe they need to work on their timing. Their budget sucks. The budgeting of their matches suck. The budgeting for their storylines suck. They need work. I do believe Raw is a great product, but they need to do something different. Now it's time to get this over with. The ladder match. Both Gino and Evan Snow actually had some backstage segments. Gino did better than Evan Snow. Evan Snow sitting in front of a poster or a canvas marking. The problem I had with it wasn't that he didn't talk with some feeling. To a certain extent he did. They tried to emphasize how important he was with the little segments while he was talking. The problem was, as I said before, you need to look at the camera. You need to have love for the camera. You need to embrace the camera to get yourself over. If you don't do that, the in-ring segments are not enough. And Evan Snow was not looking at the camera barely at all. At the very end of his segment, he finally did. But he was looking at the canvas, and then he wasn't even painting or marking on it. That was the issue I had with him. Gino, you guys know, he doesn't show much emotion. He's too soft talking. And his body language sucks. It just does. His body language as a talker sucks. He may understand periodically to look at the camera, but he doesn't have enough emotion. He doesn't show enough body language. He doesn't raise his voice when he really needs to raise his voice to show and emphasize how much I need this. I need to get my title back. I am the Latin lover, Gino, Manino, Gardino, or whatever. He doesn't understand. And I've said this already multiple times. He's just very young. I think he's 20 or 21 years old. He's probably 1 year older than my own son. And when it came to the match itself, was it a good match? It was a standard ladder match. The one thing I do have an issue with is that in ladder matches, whether it was TNA or WWE, had more than one ladder. They had like 5 or 6 ladders. At least 6. These guys only work with 2. I felt that was kind of a hindrance. They should have had at least 1 more ladder. Having various different heights and sizes could have helped the match a little bit more. And then what did we get? Gino winning the title. Honestly, neither one of them should have that title. I'm not griping on Evan Snow 100%. I'm not griping on Gino 100%. I do believe they both need more work. Now, I know this is an indie promotion, and they don't have a lot of people to pick with. But you could have done something with Abel Andrew Jackson. You could have done something with JJ Blake. Come on. You got 2 really good talents there that really look like and emphasize how good they are. Ron Davidson, if he wasn't a tag champ, could easily be champion. I just see that these guys have a better personality and better ring work to a certain extent than the guys that were actually in this match. Now, I'm not saying Eve Snow was bad. He wasn't. He was a good worker. And even Gino is not bad either. He's also a decent worker. But they just don't fit the bill. And then you emphasize that... Calm down. They said December 10th, Rey Mysterio was coming. December 10th. Now, if this was a December 10th segment, I would understand that. But it was only at the end of the show. And then he tells Gino and endorses Gino. You are now the face of reality wrestling. And now that you're the face of reality wrestling, you now deserve a title to go with it. So let me get this straight. The reality of wrestling title, and I looked at it when Ray was holding it, looked blank. Why was it blank? I mean, I've seen the title a couple of times before. There was always something there. But the title looked blank. And I'm probably got a picture up in my face. And then you got the new reality of wrestling title, which I'm using a picture of Gino. The one that's off the website. So you can actually see what it looks like. It doesn't look bad. Let's be honest. It still looks better than the Raw title. It looks better than the SmackDown title. It just does. It looks way better. But, ladies and gentlemen, do you actually believe Gino is a good champion? Like I said, he's not a bad talent in the ring. And he's still very, very young in the business. He should easily grow into it if he moves to another promotion and expand himself. Maybe going to New Japan Pro Wrestling, maybe going to ROH, and maybe going to TNA. And maybe eventually he might go to WWE. He's got about the right height and could get the size if he bulks up a little bit. But is Gino a credible champion? I might actually use this. Unless next week they give me something more substantial from Gino, something that he does in the back, or maybe he improves his talking, I just don't see it. I'd rather see either J.J. Blake, Abel Andrew Jackson, or one of the guys from Familia, or Ron Davidson. What was it? Cristiano will probably make a better champion. And he's been given good build-up. He talks very well, no matter if he's using Spanish, English, or both. I just don't feel Gino's a credible champion. But it's just my point of view. You guys, tell me below. And I hope you enjoyed the Zane's view. Please give me a comment below. I just said that twice. Watch out for my SmackDown review. We'll be doing it tonight. Have a good day. Have a good